At the edge of the river valley, where the sun still paints the brickwork in molten gold, the Dracula Toy Works keeps to its rhythm. Walls of a century-old factory breathe.
In the glow of molten plastic, steel molds close like monumental jaws. Each cycle forges another immaculate likeness. Fangs, brows, every sinister contour.
Pressing lines, precision choreography, executed by steel and code. Each torso is guided into its cradle, rotated, measured, and locked in.
In the soft light of the old factory, every breath of air seems to carry a trace of velvet. Pneumatic shears glide along chalk lines, exhaling with each cut, shaping fabric for tomorrow's.
Each strand is drawn through by hand, anchored into fine lace that disappears on camera. Lines of adhesive are set with a breath of warm air, locking the hair exactly where it needs to fall.
Each diode seats into its socket like a key fitting its lock. A single turn of the screw ties it to the circuit and the light steadies. Around this ring, one red point after another, the eye begins to
steady right there. Point should sit proud of the gum line, but not past the lip. Tiny tap and seat. Listen for that little click. Perfect. Now we mirror on the other side.
Hold it there, yes, let it skim the collarbone.
Pins in, give it a little release at the back.
Perfect, that's the fall we were chasing.
Smooth through the arc, no resistance. Wrist rotation clean, clicks uniform. Full bend, return, tolerance perfect.
Every 30 seconds, this line completes a flawless piece of theater. Robotic arms choreographed to fractions of a millimeter lower a pale count into his crystal clear coffin.
You're good, keep rolling back. Lining up to bay 3, copy that. Out, look square. Out.
Every container tells a story of what it can become. We count, we record, so nothing is left to chance.
Ventilation's clear, UV shields reading green. Blood temp holds at 4 degrees. Good. Gloves are on, coffin's locked, stake cabinet sealed. All right, production's safe to start.
Last run hit target, but we had a slow valve at station 6.
Got it. Any parts on hold?
22 pieces. Tagged and on the red rack.
Copy. I'll check them before midnight.
The water line's clear now, in case you need it.
Thanks, Darnell. Ready to roll.
Every cape has a spine. This seam carries the weight of the garment and the story of the wearer. Through the lens, you can see each thread locked in place, tension balanced, no gaps.
In the transparent wash of the clean room, the eyes of a machine come to life. Soldered traces carry their first instructions, and the grid of code flowing
under shadowless light. Every detail of the Dracula likeness is scrutinized. Face paint, cape stitching, even the angle of a fingertip. Nothing is overlooked. Each inspector documents.
At the final station, every piece comes together. Under spotless light, capes are fitted, fangs tuned, and eyes lit for the first time. Dozens of Draculas, each identical.
Under the lens, a cutter no wider than a needle traces arcs into brass. Each pass shears away a ribbon of metal, curling like liquid.
Blacks are holding up nicely, no flooding in the shadows.
And the red is right on the target swatch. Let me align this.
Color meter reads perfect, no shift.
Then we're good to sign off.
Approved.
Every night, same dance. Clean up the fake blood, the glitter, the dust. Tomorrow, they'll fill it right back up again for the count. At least he lets me leave the place shining.
Joint. In this shadowless cell, a telephoto eye watches a lone robotic arm place the shoulder of a legend. Servo motors breathe in quiet pulses, guiding the titanium ball to its...
Each order leaves a trail. Digital records, barcodes, paper you can hold in your hand. Tonight, it's for the Count himself. Manifest generated, label printed, destination...
Under the magnifier, each synthetic strand is separated and coaxed into place. The boar bristle brush lifts the crown, while the rat tail comb convinces the wave to obey old...
In the filtered calm of the booth, each resin Dracula receives its final armor, a micro-thin shell of clear coat. When it settles,
At the junction, 3 production lines converge. Each delivers a completed specimen with clockwork timing. The turntable reads the flow, meters the feet.
Raising pressure, 188, 190. Dial feels solid, probe engaged. Temperature climbing and locked at 185. Parameters within spec, calibration complete.
Guided light reveals every ridge and recess of the buckle. Gargoyles cast in dark silver, cabochons glowing with captive flame. Tiny screws bite home, and the latch folds over with a decisive...
In the early hours before cutters arrive, fabric finds its place. Velvet like this carries its own weather. Soft, heavy, quiet. A single length laid true saves hours down.
I'm telling you, the night shift pulled 1,200 panes. We can't match that unless they had a third kiln.
1,200 and change. I wrote it down. They had help from the apprentices. Quarters don't care who's on shift. If the order's for 4,000 by solstice, we
That's
hit
called
4,000.
discipline.
Each movement is controlled by a stepper-driven rig. The wrist flexes first, then the fingers follow, revealing the range of the ball and socket pins. The plastic skin stays taut, veins...
Here, every edge tells on the craft. The hem of this wool cape is folded twice, pressed, and guided beneath the needle. Each puncture lands exactly a few millimeters from...
Each blade is seated against the carrier and locked in with a precision ground bolt. Click. The ratchet's gentle clicks confirm even torque as the sharp edge settles perfectly flush.
Inside the controlled light of the spray booth, a programmed arm guides the atomizing gun with absolute precision. Each Dracula torso receives an identical base coat. Every curve of the...
Stake batch 12, verified and logged.
Copy.
Database updated.
Color reads true to the concept. The emboss catches light nicely, but I want to be sure the foil doesn't overpower the shadows.
Maybe deep in this corner here near the tallest tower so it stays moody when it's on a shelf.
Great, let's lock this in.
Hasp steady. The adhesive is already warming. Seat, press, perfect bite line. Adhesive excess off. Final tap. Locked in. That fang is going nowhere.
In these stainless basins, the color is coaxed to life. The bath holds at exactly 98.6 degrees, so the fibers can open, drink it.
Mandible alignment 3.02 millimeters recording.
Logged. Fang integrity.
Both canines at full density, enamel flawless.
Noted. Pulse simulation reading steady. Barcode verified.
Quality check complete. Approved for...
Temperature holding steady. Temperature within range. Batch 14B just cleared target. Good. Keep it there.
whole pallets of the Count, all bound for bookstores, festivals, midnight screenings. People think it's just folklore. To us, it's inventory.
Stacked, scanned, and waiting to ship. Aisle 31, Bay 5.
The collar has to land exactly on the cape's neckline. With the piping in place, every stitch needs to fall less than a millimeter from the edge. I guide the fold under the foot.
Each Dracula leaves the line with its own guide. Sensors confirm the position, and the robotic arm slides the manual in behind the figure. A lid.
Keep the wheel light on the surface, let the compound do the work. And as soon as it catches the light, that brush gray turns to liquid silver.
As the brush moves along the synthetic fibers, pigments flow into every groove of the strand. The chemistry awakens, tiny bubbles rise, releasing faint wisps of steam.
Random audit, line 3. Conveyor speed steady. No product drift. Cap alignment is within tolerance. Barcode read is clean. Documentation intact.
Blood red's gone, fresh jar coming in. Listen for that pop, means it's sealed right. Alabaster next. This one paints the face, so we go through a lot. Smooth, thick, ready to work.
The thin needle plunges cleanly through the red velvet and black satin in one motion, locking the lining to the cape forever. Each stitch is spaced by the feed dogs with mechanical perfection, yet
each electronic eye passes through a final verification station. Circuit testers confirm the color response, power draw, and sensor integrity. A brief burst of light, a green indicator, and a single beep signal success.
Each Dracula bar slides into place, and the applicator delivers its label with machine clock certainty. A short click, a sweep of green light, and the barcode is locked in. Adhesive meets wrapper.
Each synthetic strand is coated with a whisper of adhesive, then guided into the natural flow of the brow. It anchors, bonds, and becomes indistinguishable from the real hair, creating a lasting, seamless arch.
Manifest for the Transylvanian consignment, sir. Signature at the bottom.
Indeed. Everything accounted for?
Every parcel scanned, every label verified. It'll hit the retail hubs before dawn.
Excellent. Let the night carry them swiftly.
As the pressing head settles, steam floods the wool, relaxing every fiber. Heat and pressure work together to erase the journey from the cutting table to the hanger, leaving only
inside every production cycle. Residue builds up, unseen but relentless. Bronze bristles strip it away, stroke by stroke, revealing the mirror finish the mold.
All right, lot 27, you're good.
12 in front.
Cape stitching's clean, 32, all clean, 64 of 64, verified, end of ship count complete.
The open link slides through the medallion's ring. A squeeze from the pliers draws the ends together, flush, secure. One precise click, and the chain and ornament become one piece.
Dracula, and you'll hear that click right there. That tells you the hinge is seated and the wing will articulate on axis.
Got it.
Once the lock is in place, routing the cable through this channel keeps it clear of the cape.
Under glareless light, a filament of adhesive is drawn along the welt. The crimson sole is offered to the leather upper, edges meeting with surgical accuracy. Pressure settles the bond, a bead of glue glints and vanishes.
Looking for any raised knots, right here, a little bump in the weave, marks easily. Feeling for thickness changes, smooth, consistent drape, ready for the next run.
Each figure is scanned for its batch code and quality stamp. The system verifies alignment, pigmentation, and the integrity of every cape stitch. Once approved, coordinated arms place the
In the controlled glow of the lab, every lumen counts. The LED module is measured, adjusted, and verified. Voltage holds steady, waveform locks in, and the system confirms the calibration.
Each stitch locks the ornate button to the cape forever. The needle slides through the dense wool and leather reinforcement, guided by a thimble, drawing violet thread tight around the shank. When the last knot is sent,
At dawn's edge, orders leave the dock. Pallets bound for markets that never sleep. Under a coat of shrink wrap and steel, the work hums on. Diesel hearts beat, hydraulics breathe, and the night...
The under-eye capillaries catch the light well. Gives it that tired, ancient look.
And the ear length balances the brow ridge more than version 3 did.
Texture reads strong on camera, too. Want to push the vein contrast or keep it...
At the final station, each figure receives its certification mark. The stamp head, bat-shaped and saturated with crimson ink, presses a permanent approval onto the cape. The ultraviolet sweep cures the pigment instantly.
In a corner of the city, behind insulated walls and humming ducts, a population waits in silence. Thousands of identical Draculas, sealed and stacked like chess pieces, prepared for...
At dawn, the line wakes. Switches climb, pressure builds, and motors draw their first breath. Hydraulics flex and warm. Conveyors find their rhythm. Every system answers the call for...
A miniature tungsten blade spins at 20,000 revolutions a minute, skating along the chalked lines like a skater on ice. Compressed air keeps the fibers clear, sweeping away every ribbon of waste so the
edge is clean. Foil stamp centered, no seam lift. Barcode reads clear, seal applied. Approved for shipment.
Temperature's holding at 270, no alarms in the last hour.
Copy that. Any change on the feed rate?
Steady. I logged it in the tablet.
Crest 7's ready for run 28. Dies are clean. Got it. We'll start the pre-check once the coil's in.
Every batch is logged, checked, and verified. Today, the Dracula line hit target before sunset. Numbers rise, defects fall, and each green check clears the path to shipment. Precision isn't...
Inside the Quality Assurance Lab, every Dracula sample is verified before release. Automated instruments measure viscosity, tensile strength, and spectral signature to confirm the formulation's stability.
Final manifest approved. Orders for every continent verified.
Copy received. Prepping the tube.
Let them see the seal. Then we ship.